Hey everyone, it's Fun Around. My name is Jordan. Week 1 of NFL football. Let's get into it. You will see images that come up on the screen right there. That's from a data app called Outlier. There'll be a link in the description for a 7-day free trial for Outlier. And I have 5 different player props for you. And then I have something I've been thinking about with taking spreads, just because the first 2 games on Thursday and Friday, the public lost. There was heavy money coming in on the favorites, and the public lost both of them. I've been digging into the data and the psychology of everything about public bets and potentially fading them. So after the props, I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment showing you some plays. So let's jump into it. The first player prop that I like is going to be a guy that I miss on my Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield over 1.5 passing touchdowns at -128. Had a great season last year, hitting this over in 72% of games. Chris Godwin will be out, but Mike Evans will still be there. He'll be playing the Falcons, who gave up the second most passing touchdowns of teams last year. And in the scenario where Chris Godwin was out and Mike Evans was playing, Baker Mayfield went over this in 75% of games. So that doesn't worry me much. They did draft wide receiver Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State, which I am biased, and I really love the guy. He's a great route runner, and he's definitely going to be a nice weapon there for Baker Mayfield. And it makes me more comfortable with his passing touchdowns because guys like Mike Evans aren't going to be the sole guy that defenses have to worry about. So he played the Falcons 2 times last year, and he had 3 touchdowns in both of those games last season. So I really like this matchup here for Baker Mayfield. And then I'm going to tag on a prop just to go with it. Kind of a correlated play. Mike Evans, anytime touchdown for +120. He hit this in 53% of games last year. And in that great matchup against the Falcons, he only played them 1 time. He wasn't there for the other one, and he caught 2 touchdowns against them last year. So really like Mike Evans for that +120. And before I get into the rest of these props, if you guys could, please like the video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You can just say anything that helps get the video out there for more people to see. And also, I want to shout out the app Rebet. Rebet is a social sports book. You can use this in states where you cannot bet DraftKings or Fanduel. You see all the states on the screen, so you're not stuck with Prizepicks or you have to do parlays. You can single bet spreads, bet money lines, all that good stuff there. And yes, they will cash you out in cash. You just have to play with their coins, and that's the workaround. So promo code is final round, and they will match 100% up to $100. Link will be in the pinned comment. That'll take you straight there. And then this next play is going to be one of my Cleveland Browns. It's going to be Joe Flacco over 239.5 passing yards against the Cincinnati Bengals at -126 right now. Joe Flacco is just make or break. What you see on the screen there is his time with the Colts last season, and then before that he played with the Browns. So you see he has some big games there, some small games, but really he just throws the ball up there. A lot of times it's an interception, but a lot of times it's a big play, and he does play for some teams that they're playing down, and he just passes the ball around and try to play in that catch-up mode. 2-minute offense pretty much the entire game, and just garbage time passing yards. So that's what I'm expecting here against the Bengals for the Cleveland Browns. Or who knows, he could make this competitive. But searching on StatMuse, his games with the Cleveland Browns, you'll see there he went over this in all the games that he played with the Cleveland Browns, averaging 323 yards passing, had over 2+ touchdowns in every single one of those matchups. And you'll take a look at his interceptions. He threw an interception every single game, and multiple interceptions in some of them. So tagging on interception might not be a bad idea. Bengals gave up the 11th most passing yards last year. But maybe he makes this game competitive. But as a Browns fan, I am not optimistic that there is going to be a end of the game running out the clock for the Cleveland Browns. It's probably going to be Joe Flacco trying to win the game, or at least make it respectable. So I like Joe Flacco for the passing yards. This next play, there are thousands of props to look for NFL. It is crazy, especially after going through WNBA and everything. And J.K. Dobbins is one that I found over 39.5 rushing yards at minus 138. You'll see right there, he's gone over a lot, but he's in a new role in Denver, and he is great when he is healthy. Tennessee, who he'll be playing, gave up the 7th most rushing yards to teams last year, and he did play against them and got 50 rushing yards last year. So obviously you see on the screen, he went over this in 86% of games, but different role, probably less carries here. The Denver Broncos did go out and draft a running back in the 2nd round, RJ Harvey, who has some hype to him. They could be splitting carries. Harvey will definitely be the passing down back, but early in the year they could lean a little bit more on the veteran J.K. Dobbins instead of Harvey, and with just a decent workload, he should be able to get 40 yards rushing. I like J.K. Dobbins up against Tennessee. And then this final prop, I figured I would throw it in there just because it's a staple prop. And the payout is, it's not amazing, but it's not like something you run away from. Derrick Henry, anytime touchdown, minus 155 over in 79% of games last year, going up against the Buffalo Bills, who they couldn't stop him from getting a touchdown last year. In both games that he played against them, he scored in both games, 3 touchdowns total. Beginning of the year, Ravens definitely going to lean on Derrick Henry. In that running game, definitely could see him getting a touchdown. Just wanted to point that one out. And now this fading the public. So read about the psychology of it for the sports book. So when the public money is coming in on something so much, it forces the book to move the line too heavily to where they wanted it to be. And it causes the other side to be valuable. So what we saw in Thursday Night Football, where a ton of money was coming in, people were excited about NFL, and Friday Night Football, people were excited about NFL. Public was going heavy on both sides, Chiefs and the Eagles, and both of those teams did not meet their spread. So I took a look at all of the games for Sunday, and I'm going to point out 5 where the away team has the public 70% or more of their money is on their spread against the home team. So you don't have to bet these, but you can come back and take a look to see if these won or not. It's just a potential strategy for the future, especially early on in the year, where we're basing everything off of speculation and off of last season. So the first game, the Cardinals getting 74% of the money against the Saints, who will be at home. They are plus 6.5 underdogs. The Dolphins are getting 79% of the public money against the Colts, who are -1 favorites at home. The 49ers, 77% of the public money against the Seahawks, who are 1.5 point underdogs at home, who have Sam Darnold now, who had a great season last year. The Lions, 80% of the money against the Packers, who are -1.5 point favorites at home. And then this one, I didn't even want to put it here because it's the Cleveland Browns, but it fits into that criteria I was talking about. So I'm just going to put it here and we'll see how it goes. Bengals, 75% of the money going their way against the Browns at home, who are plus 4.5 point underdogs. So you don't have to bet any of those. You don't have to bet any of these plays, actually. But just keep an eye out on it. Let's see how this does. Let's see if it's profitable. I've read a lot that it is actually profitable to fade the public. So we will see, especially for home teams. So if you'd like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. Hop on in there. Talk about football, baseball, WNBA, all that stuff. It is completely free. So I'm going to get this one edited and get it out to you all. God bless you. It's fun around. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.